Bye, honey.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Good morning. It is Saturday. Today I'm also going to share a story with you that happened to me yesterday that was really stinking cool. And that's actually one of the main reasons that I'm doing these videos now and where the future direction of my work and our work is going. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you on the bike. Back on the bike. There's one issue with these city bikes. The front end is so heavy compared to like what I ride back at home. It makes it hard to get used to because of the weight. So it's really hard to weave in and out of traffic and all that fun stuff that we get to do. That's New Jersey. That's the Freedom Tower. That's the West Side Highway. That's a walking trail. Out here's the barking trail. I grew up playing baseball in multiple fields and some farm somewhere. Look at these guys. They have a turf field in the middle of the city. It's beautiful. City life. Freedom Tower. The other problem with city bikes, besides the fact that their handlebars are so heavy, you can only keep them out for 30 minutes, which means it doesn't work for a long bike ride. And then you gotta wait 5 minutes after you return it. Not really that big of a deal. But I'm trying to go. I wanna go. So they're filming a movie. Cameramen. Good looking people in the movie. For some reason the cops are over here. And these guys over here are doing something, which I'm not sure if they're part of it. It was a very good morning ride. Shower, lunch with a buddy. Okay, so I just finished lunch with Charles. Hello, Charles.
Yummy.
Our lunch in a plastic container. So Charles, I have a question for you. Like, what is it that you love about New York City?
What I love about the city is the intensity, the energy, and the possibility.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it. Do you have anything else you'd like to leave WattsTV with?
Let's see.
That's the name of the show. I don't know if I told you that.
WattsTV.
Yeah.
WattsTV followers and watchers, keep tuning in because you're going to learn about great things about yourself, about others, and how to live a better life.
Remember earlier when I said I was going to tell you exactly what happened yesterday? That's what I'm about to do now. Let me give you a quick background on leading up to yesterday, because it's important to see how things play out, because it'll make a lot more sense instead of just giving you what happened yesterday and then you're like, what does that even mean? So in 2011, when Kate and I started traveling the country in her Prius, I had a couple of websites going that were making affiliate money and some additional income here and there. And Kate ended up having katenorthrup.com running and up and running as well. About a year and a half into when we were traveling. So we started traveling February of 2011. We're gonna talk about March, April of 2012, about a year. We realized that we could probably work together. So what happened was I put everything from Mike's websites to the side, and what I ended up doing is, because Kate had a bigger brand, a bigger following, a bigger platform at that moment in time is a good way to put it. And so I was like, okay, behind the scenes is something I'm pretty good at. Philip Morris, that's what I ended up doing, was working in management. Every job I've ever had has been a support role. So I was like, this is something I can go about doing. And then over the course from 2012, since we started working together, until today, so 2015, and we ended up, we built a list from about 3,000 people to over 40,000 people now read her newsletter on a weekly basis, build an income from below 6 figures to multiple 6 figures. And I always thought that was great, but I never fully felt complete, which is a very strange thing to say, right? So you're making money, living the dreams you want. I wasn't fully complete. For the entire time that we were working together, all I felt is that I want to go back and get pulled into doing something myself. I wanted to create my own something, whatever that was. Keep putting my art out there some way or somehow. I thought I needed to learn how to write better and learn copywriting and all of these type of things, but writing is something that is not my strong suit. Doing videos and things like that is something that I've done in the past. I've never taken a class about where to put the light, where to put the camera. I've just watched a bunch of stuff on YouTube and tried to figure it out. I would say I'm more of a beginner amateur at videos. I'm not a professional by any means, and so that has a lot to do with what happened yesterday. So in March, March of 2015, I went to Tony Robbins, and this was right before we left on our honeymoon, and there was a couple things that I really discovered at Tony Robbins. One of the major things that I discovered was that I never fully appreciated myself for what I ended up doing in our business. Like, I never fully gave myself credit for what I brought to the table. I always had this thought I should be doing something else. Like, I should be the person writing the books. I should be the on stage speaking. You know, it was always this thing I should be should. That was not true at all. And at Tony Robbins, I really took it home to start appreciating myself for what I ended up bringing to the table in our business and how our business is run. And yes, I've supported Kate the entire time through that, but there was always this underlying thing that I was telling myself that I was not fully completing myself, basically is what happened. Tony Robbins, fully completed myself. Then I started watching the Ask Gary Vee show with Gary Vaynerchuk. Vaynerchuk, as he likes to say. As I started watching the Ask Gary Vee show, I just was like, okay, things were building, things were happening, something was oozing inside of me. Gary is nuts about hustle and about work and about creation, right? And he's like 16-hour days, all of this stuff, and just work, but work on what you're super passionate about. And of course I was passionate about our business. And of course at this time in March, Kate was pregnant, right? We were on our honeymoon. I started watching the Ask Gary Vee show. I was watching it beforehand, but watching it while we were on our honeymoon. Kate's pregnant. These types of things are developing. She's sleeping a lot more. Work really started to slow down. Like we had basically a really last good year, so we were really enjoying this honeymoon and taking some time off, and it's been really nice. And I just like building up, right? And so as I'm building this up, I start watching, and he brings people on, asks questions. Then he brings this guy on who's this YouTube dude, and he's built a bunch of videos on YouTube, and I watch the interview, and then I go to his YouTube channel because Gary's like, check this guy out. So I go check this dude out, and he has 123 to 128 videos. I don't remember the exact number, but it was like 120 something. And I watched probably 100 of the videos in 3 days. I am obsessed. I just go through them. And this is somebody that's had HBO documentary, big movies, been in the movie world for a while, like has been making movies for 16 some years or something like this in New York, right? And so he has been around, he's had the fame and the money and the excitement, and so there's a lot of skill set there, but he decided to stop playing in the big film role and start making movies on YouTube because he wanted to make them a lot faster. You know, a traditional movie will take 1 year to 2 years to get out or something. His main point to get across was that every video that he shot was about telling stories. And the cool part was that I've never heard anybody talk about before, and I'm sure they have, but at this moment it really resonated with me. He started talking about, it doesn't matter, like a 1 minute clip, a 3 minute clip, a 4 minute clip, 5 minute clip, an hour long piece, like it's all a movie. And that's what we got really excited about telling a story within each piece. And something resonated in my brain and my body. It was like, boom, that makes sense. So then I started watching all of his videos, and I'll tell you about him here in a second. And then he decided he was gonna start a daily vlog, which is a video blog, right? And once I started watching that, it just started generating these ideas, and I kept building, and I'm watching Ask Gary Vee, and then I'm watching his videos on a daily basis. I'm just building, but I'm like, boom, it's time to start. And then 21 days ago, as of now, I ended up shooting that video, surprise Mother Day video, and I'll link it right up here somewhere, and a surprise Mother Day video, and I just got so inspired to start because my website is not ready. It's literally an opt-in page. My YouTube channel is completely blank. My Twitter, like, nothing matches, and that's the cool part. I just was like, I'm gonna start doing this. And once I filmed the video for my surprise Mother's Day, I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing this because this feels really cool. I like filming the video. I like filming the whole experience that happened. I'm just gonna keep going. And so since then, it's been 21 days. This is the 21st day vlog that I've been putting out, basically just about whatever I want to call it and talk about, which is WattsTV. And so yesterday, we're in New York City. We're at a restaurant in Soho. Restaurant behind me, we're outside. Street is this direction. And Kate is sitting to my left, as she is right now. See, there's Kate. And in front of me, we're sitting, my friends, are our friends Carissa and Mike. As you can see, they're right here in front of me now. Okay, you got the layout there? Kate is here, Carissa and Mike are that way. All of a sudden, Kate goes, "Mike, is that Casey?" And she points that direction, to my right. I look over, and who do I see? And I turned back to Kate and I said, "Yes, that's Casey. That's Casey Neistat." So then I basically am like, holy shit. Then I jump up and I run over to him and I'm like, "Casey." And he goes, "Yes, this is Casey Neistat. This is the person that was on Gary Vaynerchuk's show. This is the person that I've watched 100 of his, now probably over 150 videos of him. This is the person that talked about storytelling. Holy crap, this is the guy that basically has changed my life." So then he takes his earbuds out and he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Hey dude, you have literally changed my life because I saw you on Gary Vaynerchuk's show and since then it's been, my whole entire life has been completely different." He looks at me like, and then he said, "What's your name?" And I said, "I'm Mike Watts." And he said, "Great to meet you." And I said, "Great to meet you too. Have a great day." And then he put his earbuds back in, and then he ran away. And then I watched his video this morning, and he talked about being on his run, and I'm like, I saw him on that run. So what's the point of this video, right? There is individuals, when you're ready, and you're ready for something to show up, these people usually enter your life somehow, some way. It's just being ready for them to appear. And you, not only do they appear, but you have to receive it. If I watched Gary Vaynerchuk's show, didn't go to Casey Neistat's YouTube channel, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. Just watching his videos and his style and the way he is, and he's very himself and goofy, and there's some things that I've taken from that to try to design my own style around it. I'm only 21 days into this and I haven't been making videos. I'm not a professional, as I said. I'm more of an amateur. This isn't something that I've done before, so it's really about recognizing this and doing it myself the way I want to do it. And I would say I've never felt more alive in my entire life. Had to regain my composure there. And it's not just from watching his videos, but it's about everything else that's going on, like having a baby and just feeling fully complete. And it's really the first time that I felt fully complete in my entire life. And it's not that I will never accomplish anything else again, or I have I have tremendous goals in my life, but now I feel that there's something's happening, right? And so it's just, I'm going with the flow of the energy. I know there's one thing I have to do every single day, and that is put some piece of content out. How long am I gonna do it for? I don't know, but I just know that what's happening now will generate great things in the future. And what are those great things gonna be? I have no idea. My first thing is to get my website actually live instead of just an opt-in box. It's to add some art to the YouTube channel and understand how annotations work inside of YouTube. All of these things, right? They're just minor details. But for me, like, the major thing was shooting these videos. Casey Neistat, I don't know if you're ever gonna see this video, but just thank you. Like, I really appreciate you for what you're doing in the world, and thank you very much. Gary, thank you as well, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have met Casey. And Tony Robbins, thank you as well for being at USANA's convention in August and then doing your work that you're doing in the world. And thanks for Kate for supporting me along the entire way. And Casey, for some reason, if you happen to see this, just hit me up, because I will pay for a dinner for you and your wife and a babysitter for the night out on the town. Just so you guys get alone time, because I know from friends telling me what that's like to have a newborn, and I will know for sure come September. It's really receiving and being open to receive those things when they do come your way. That's all I got on that subject. Just keep it open, because you never know where it's gonna happen. And it was a pleasure seeing you yesterday, Casey. How excited are you for this movie? These guys are fighting about pedicabs. He's got like a belt and shit. I'm on a date in New York City with my wife, Hi. I decided I was gonna take my pregnant wife through the fighting men of the pedicab. She was very excited about that.
He's such a good protector.